I once dumped my hypnotist boyfriend when I brought him a surprise breakfast in bed, only for him to reveal he'd hypnotised me to do it.
David's team.
OK, I think we're going to go true.
When was this, Joe?
It was last week, Rob.
Really?
Well, it was when I was a student, back in the 1850s. He was doing a show at our uni.
Did he have a stage name, Joe?
The Great Hypnotist, Rob.
It's good. It's good.
That was his stage name, The Great Hypnotist?
No, it wasn't.
No. Well, OK, do you want to make something else up?
Duncan Wilson.
What was the breakfast, Joe?
It was kind of like mushrooms and black pudding, which I wouldn't go near in a million years.
And were you aware that you were doing this, or were you in a zombie-like trance? Were you walking around like this, or were you feeling everything was normal?
I think that's not hypnotism, that's being a mummy in Scooby-Doo.
You would have got away with it too if it wasn't for that pesky kid.
You had no memory of preparing the mushroom and black pudding breakfast?
No, I didn't, David.
Did you have any memory of purchasing the ingredients?
No, and that's because I didn't purchase them.
If someone's just tuned in, they'll think that David's doing an advert for Age Concern. So you have no recollection of buying the mushrooms, Joe?
OK, what's it going to be, truth or lie?
My worry about it is, aren't stage hypnotists... let me put this carefully. Charlatans.
I think there are stage hypnotists who can hypnotise people. I think that's
Well,
a given.
it's important that some people should think that, or they'd have no audience at all. So, but I'm not convinced that a stage hypnotist could make someone cook a breakfast in a sort of trance.
It's a very good argument, but Joe's just so believable.
Well, what you have to do is separate the plausibility of the people from what they're asserting, because she literally read it off a card. So it's no reflection on her personal integrity, whether it's true or not.
Well, it is, if it's true she had a one-night stand with a hypnotist.
Who hasn't?
Who hasn't slept with Duncan Whistle? We'll never know.
Yeah.
Maybe we have and we don't realise.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. What do you think of?
I'm actually with Johnny. I believe it.
You believe it?
Oh, you have no grip on your team, do you? This is lovely to see.
It's anarchy.
It's mayhem over there. No. You're like Liz Truss, desperately trying to keep everything together.
What I'm precisely like is Theresa May, who voted against Brexit and then was happy to be the Prime Minister that pushed it through. Just like...
That's good. Yeah, much better. Much better, yes. Very good. So, Joe, you've convinced them. They think it's true. Was it true or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
For one episode of The Traitors, I gave myself a fake tan using gravy granules.
Please, team.
Wow. OK, do you have a normal fake tan?
I didn't have it there, because I was in the castle, so what I thought was, let's use something.
Was there a brand or a type of gravy?
I don't think I'm allowed to say a brand, but yeah,
Well, because you can't think of one. Was it early on in the record? Was it the first episode?
It was not the first episode. It was, I don't know, like Ep 5,
right,
round table.
Fine.
In you go. You know what I mean. You're wearing tweed. What do you need? Correct. Granules.
What about the first 4 episodes?
The first 4 episodes, it was quite sunny.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't sunny.
What did you do for the first 4 episodes?
This is very good. I had a spray.
Right.
Like, I don't know why you're, like, so obsessed with detail.
So this is the question.
It's so suffocating. Like, be cool, be cool. Go with the wind.
You know,
I went up. Traitors, gravy granules, move on.
If you're ever up for a crime, never talk like this in court.
Yeah.
Have you said where the gravy granules came from?
Yeah, a shop.
Oh, weren't you in the middle of nowhere, weren't you, up there?
Yes, but there are shops there.
Oh, this story's getting worse. So you realise you haven't got any stuff, and you go, someone rush out and quickly and get me some. We'll get you the stuff you usually... No. Just for no reason whatsoever, don't rush out and get the stuff I usually use. Get gravy granules just on the off chance it's good. Surely that story works if you happen to have them on you. Oh. You're not going out for them.
Everyone stop speaking.
There you go, look what you do now with your hair. Why didn't you just do that on the show instead?
What do you think, Jessica? Does this strike you as true?
Yes. I mean, whatever you think.
If this is true, I will never believe anything anyone says ever again.
What do you think, Mike? Is it true?
I'd love to believe it. I think it's probably untrue, though.
Makes it easy for you, Lee?
It's just all hinges on the one thing. You need to rush out, please, and get me some gravy granules, was the bit where it faltered. And everything else you said.
So you're saying it's a lie?
100%.
OK, they quite conclusively think it's a lie. Was it a lie, or were you actually telling the truth?
It is true.
All these years, I have been pretending to be blind. If only. Lee, would you read that for me, please?
Every night, I use an unusual technique to make sure I wake up on time in the morning.
Right, David's team.
OK, so what is the unusual technique?
The usual way of making sure you wake up in the morning at the right time would be to set an alarm clock.
Yes.
Yes.
I've heard of that.
OK,
So, and you do something different. Well, we don't need to know what. I think we'll go true.
what I've done is I have trained my brain to wake itself up
No, you haven't.
at the right time.
By doing what?
When I'm lying in bed, I will bang out the time on the pillow with
Right.
my head,
Right.
saying the hours for the time that I want to wake up.
Yeah.
And that subconsciously programs the time.
Chris,
Yes.
are you all right?
And how accurate is this?
50-50.
Where did this idea come to you from?
I read it in a book.
What was the name of the book?
The book was called Last Man Standing. It was a fictional book, David.
It was a fictional book from which you were taking lifestyle tips.
Well, do you know when you read something and it sticks in your head as an idea to try?
This may help you, David. Give us a demonstration, if you would, of the severity of the headbang. You're settling down at the end of the night.
OK, Lee, I'm going to turn around a bit and use you as a pillow.
All right.
Oh, so I'm in
Put
bed.
my arm there, yeah.
Oh, my pillow's firmer than that. So I want to get up at 7:30 in the morning, so I'm like, I go 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and if I want to get up at 7:30, I go 7:30.
Chris, I don't know whether you've got a partner or a wife or somebody who shares
He
a
used to
bed
have a
with
wife,
you.
he headbutted her to death.
Is there anybody else in the bed with you, Chris?
So I tour a lot.
So some nights yes, some nights no.
I tour a lot, I'm away a lot, but when I'm at home, I do have a wife. I mean, I have a wife all the time.
What are you thinking, David's team? Alex, what do you think?
Oh, it's so unbelievable. It's believable.
Yeah, and also I do think that if you tell yourself you need to wake up at a certain time, the chances of waking up then are higher than you'd think. It's not totally random.
Well, let's give it a go tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
You make it
realise we were
sound as
gonna-
if you're sharing a bed. So I think you're saying it's true.
Well, are we happy to say true? Yeah, I think we're going to go with true.
OK, Chris, they think you were telling the truth. Were you, or was it a lie?
Everyone will be trying it tonight, it's true.
Yes!
The morning after a party at my house, I went down to breakfast to find Harry Redknapp asleep in our utility room.
Yeah, that's happened to me as well. Please tell me Harry was invited.
He was invited.
He was there the night before.
Yes, he was at the party, yes.
Right. And what was Harry sleeping on in your utility room?
So, we've got dogs.
You what, sleeping on the dogs? That's outrageous.
So, we have dog baskets. Not those, like, hard dog baskets, but soft dog. He wasn't supposed to be sleeping there.
No.
He'd lost his way during the night. And the utility room is off the kitchen, which has got a bit of a snug in it. And so he maintained that he thought he'd gone back into the snug.
Right.
And he'd sat down. And they looked very inviting, the dog baskets, but, yeah.
Was he with Sandra?
He was with Sandra, of course he was with Sandra.
Were they sleeping together?
They had a room for the night.
In your house?
Yeah,
Sandra was in the cat box.
Yeah.
Was he still dressed in his party clothes?
No, he was in pyjamas.
How did Harry react when he saw you looking down at him?
He was like this and he went, "Oh, I'm sorry, love." And he looked quite shocked.
Is he auditioning for Mary Poppins?
Where were the dogs?
They don't actually sleep in the utility, normally.
They sleep with Sandra, don't they?
And in winter-time, some of the floors are heated, so they go to heat it. We've got an Arga, so they
Now,
keep
that's
sleeping
true.
on the Arga.
Animals do go to
You
heated
managed to
floors.
get in that you've got heated floors and an Arga in one sentence. And a utility room and a spare bedroom for guests. Luckily, Harry didn't fall into the swimming pool late at night.
What are you thinking, Sue? Does this sound feasible to you?
It's not adding up to me. It's the spare room part that I can't imagine.
You can't believe I've got a spare bedroom?
No, I believe that you have a spare bedroom. How many spare rooms do you have?
I'm not going to divulge that information to you.
Quite a few spare rooms,
Quite a few. It's like a hotel.
I think we're focusing on the wrong things. I don't think the number of bedrooms is relevant. I think what's relevant is whether he ended up in your...
Can I just say, you just said he like you forgot his name then. You have forgot his name, haven't you? Harry Redknapp.
Yes, him. He's, what, 70-something?
Yeah, he's in his mid-70s.
You like your bed when you're...
That's what I'm thinking. Oh,
He
no, but
slept in the jungle for 3 weeks.
That's a very good point.
On a travel
Yes,
Yeah,
but
to be fair, though...
he got paid
Yeah,
for
he
that.
wasn't being paid...
All right, what are you going to say, Lee?
Zoo?
I don't believe it. I'm saying it's a lie.
Lie.
Well, then I'll go with these two and say it's a lie.
You're saying it's a lie? OK. Gabby, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
It is a lie.
Thank you for believing in us.
Right. After a wild party to celebrate our 2000th episode, I slept the night on the one-show sofa.
These two.
Ooh. When did the one show start? What year?
I don't know.
Oh. Are you like the Khmer Rouge? Nothing existed before you turned up.
Did anybody join you?
Oh, hello.
And slept there?
The sleeping bit.
Sue Pollard, I can't tell you that.
Nothing like that. No, I was just wondering if they wanted to keep you company in case you forgot to wake up for the next edition.
No, so I'll tell you what it is. I'm a bit out of practice. I was excellent at drinking before I had the children.
Right.
But since the children, I'm not as good.
Right.
So actually, I'd fallen asleep at the end of the party. Everybody was still milling around. They just put a blanket over me and left me there.
Paint a picture for us, Alex. Who else was there? I'm imagining it was a starry affair.
No. Well, you can't invite one guest without all of them. Can you imagine how many people would have been there, Rob?
Over 10.
There have been 2,000 episodes, and there's how many guests per episode?
Oh, well, 3 or 4.
3 or 4?
I mean, it varies.
So that's like 8,000 guests, of whom 1,500 are Giles Brandreth.
Yeah.
What time did you wake up the following day?
Oh, early. 6:37.
And, I mean, what went through your mind?
Oh, beside myself.
There was 2 of you there?
They'd taken my shoes off.
Some people, don't they? They employ staff. What about your PR or somebody like that would understand?
PA.
Yeah, PA.
I don't know. I haven't got a personal person. Have you got a personal person? You will have. I mean, you're a national
yes,
treasure.
I've got 6, but they haven't lasted long.
Did you get through them? Why?
Yeah, I pay them too much.
I don't think your PA could ever be paid too much.
Well... Do you want to come outside? No, carry on. No, I just think it just seems a bit unfair, Alex.
What do you think, Chris? Does this smack of the truth for you?
I think there's a lot of truth in this. You're probably nodded off in the corner while Giles just continued with his stories.
It's always nice to have a little insight into these exclusive show business parties, and I'm wondering about in the heyday of Heidi High. I bet there were a few shenanigans and parties then.
Oh, yes. There were several wrong chalet entries.
What a very delicate way of expressing it.
Anyway, what do we think?
Well, I don't... What do you think?
Well, but I'm not being funny. This is really hard. Are you looking at my cherry?
No, I'm just thinking you're doing it... Oh, it's a cherry. Sorry, I thought you were doing an impression of Isaac Newton.
Oh, with the arrow. Who's got the arrow? Have you got it hidden away?
No, that was William Tell. Truth or a lie?
Yeah, go on then. I'll leave it to you.
Go on then. So Chris thinks it's true.
I think it's true.
And Sue, you think it's...
I'm going to say it's true.
OK, well, my team think it's true.
All right. They think it's true. Alex falling asleep on the one-show sofa. True or a lie?
Oh, Rob, I'm better than that. Come on. It's a lie!